Alright, there you go. An eater crappie. Muddy water because of all the melchage going on because of the warm weather. Spring is finally starting to show up a tiny bit here, but there we go. Nice looking crappie. Alright, so this time around we were on a Wisconsin lake in an 8-foot hole. But the thing about this lake right now, with all this warmer weather we're getting, it made the water so murky that the crappie really enjoy it, because what that does, now crappie don't like the light, so they rather they come out more when it's darker. Well, when that water is so murky, that sunlight can't go through that into the lake like it normally does, making them crappies really active and really want to bite, and that's what happened in this week's video on the ice. Plus, the night after the day we fished, that was the full moon, so that could have played a little bit into it as well. Alright, first crappie, tiny little one. I think we're dealing with crappies today in this little 8-foot hole on a Wisconsin lake. Very kind of, the fish are starting to turn on because of the really warm weather. Just last week we had well, below zero for like 2 to 3 weeks, and now it's finally going up above, going around 50 degrees and 40 degrees, and everything's starting to melt and the fish are starting to turn on. So hopefully we get something going here. We got another mark down there, you see that? Better get down there. Alright, another crappie, little Northland bug jig. That's what we're using. Let's get them unhooked and put them back because there's more marks down there. Crazy right now. Alright, there you go. An eater crappie, probably around 9 to 10 inches. Nice eater. Muddy water because of all the melchage going on because of the warm weather. Spring is finally starting to show up a tiny bit here, but there we go. Nice looking crappie. Alright, little perch. Alright, let's put this guy back here. They're pretty active here. They are pretty active. That's a good thing to see, man. Man, oh man. Well, there's the first nice looking bluegill. But we're not after bluegills right now. Alright, here goes this guy. Back down the hole, and there he goes. Murky water for some panfish, seems like. Alright, so I'm just showing you. Caught a crappie on the dead pole. What I'm doing is just putting on some waxies, only hook them once so they flutter in the water on a green and yellow and orange little bug jig from Northland Fish and Tackle. Let's get them unhooked and put them back. Try to catch some more. Alright, so there goes this little dude. Let's try to get some more. Alright, another nice little eater bluegill if I was keeping the bluegills. And there he goes. Murky water we're dealing with, but it seems to help the crappies want to bite. So I'm alright with it. Another one right here. This one is a little bit smaller of an eater, but it's a 9-incher. And then the one right there, that's a 10-incher. So we got 2 eaters here and going now. It's slow, but we're getting them. A lot, I don't know, that murky water, that the warmer temps. We got like 40 degrees we're gonna for a high today. They really see the crappies in this Wisconsin lake really are firing up. Like, there's a lot of marks that come up and look at my lure and swim away, but once in a while you'll catch some, and that's what we're doing. Nice Wisconsin crappies. Well, we just pulled up a dandy of a bluegill. Really nice eater bluegill. Look at that guy. That's got to be around a 9-incher. This guy's going back. All right. Another nice looking crappie on the dead pole. With them waxies hooked once so they could flutter. And yeah, I think that's another eater, probably a 9-incher right there. So yeah. It's slowing down because it's that middle of the day. So yeah. Alright, so we just pulled up a rainbow trout. We want our crappies back here. Another little crappie on the dead stick there, little Northland fishing tackle jig. Alright, let's get them unhooked and put them back. Alright, there's another crappie on that little Northland bug jig, Northland fishing tackle. This guy's just a little bit small, so he's going back. Alright. Alright, you can see how you can't see the edge of the hole at the bottom. That's how murky and dirty the water is. And I think that's the reason why these crappies are really out, really active, even with the sun out, because that sun can't shine into them. And crappies like the darkness, you know. They don't like it too bright, so that's what we're dealing with, is really murky water, but because of it, the crappies are out. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick little talk here. I don't know, recently it's been pretty windy with the warmer weather that we've been getting for ice fishing here. You know, around the 50s, 40s for a high, really windy. But when that wind quits, it seems like the fish quit too. Whatever reason, it seems like the wind is playing a big factor. When you get windy, the fish will start biting. Alright, let's get to fishing. Right on that Northland bug jig. It's like 11, 12. They're biting for whatever reason. Look at that. That one might be a little bit small. We'll measure them and make sure, but yeah. Alright, another nice crop. Well, it's not a nice one. It's right under an eater. This one actually came up, and all of a sudden my pole just kind of went upwards and sat there, and it's like, it must be a fish on there. And there we go. Yeah, it's getting windy. Had to anchor down the shack. Anchor there, anchor back here, anchor over there. It's all anchored down. Alright, around 12:30, another little crappie. Got a mark down there. Alright, another right under eater crappie going back here on the dead pole with the wax worms just sitting there. Only hooked once so they can flutter in the water. Big bass. Well, not a big bass, but almost close to an eater bass. Probably scaring all our crappies away. That's over almost 2 feet of ice. He's got to find himself down here. We're gonna help him because he seems like he's a little, don't know where he's going here. Alright, there he goes. Scaring the crappies and the other panfish. Got another eater. 3:30, starting to turn on, possibly. Another small crappie. That jig had all the way down his mouth. Got another little one. Yeah, another little one here. Just caught another crappie. Yeah, smaller one. Alright, that period seems to be gone. Well, I just caught probably the smallest one I caught today. Yeah. Here he goes back. As you can see, it's getting in that afternoon. Almost nighttime. Right before nighttime bite. Yeah. Almost time to get out of here. We got our crappies. Got another little crappie. It's been a little bit, about half an hour since we started getting some. The full moon. Alright, now you can see that full moon. We are done. We are out. We got our crappies that we're looking for. Good bunch. Not maxed out or anything, but good bunch. We're out. See you all later. Hopefully you can catch some nice crappies.